Welcome to week 10 of 40-week series to support the parents of toddlers through their second year of cochlear implant. Those who have received the cochlear implant at very early age, before the age of 2 years. If you wish to download the whole resource from our website, please click the link given below. Also, subscribe to Cochlear India YouTube channel and press the icon of bell so that you get the notification for the next episode. So let's start talking about our goals for this week. Starting with auditory goals, we are moving on from words to sentences now. Be able to have auditory memory of two sentences related to each other. Should be able to follow two commands at a time in the here we were talking about two nouns, verbs, prepositions. Now we are talking about commands. But remember, when you're talking about two commands, the vocabulary should be known to the child and the command should be related to each other. For example, you tell the child, wash your hands and wipe with the towel. So the child has to wash first, he can't wipe first. And similarly, you tell the child, put your books in the cupboard and toys in the box. Now, if he picks up the toys first, you say, hold up, listen, what did I say? I said, put the books in the cupboard and toys in the box. Now the child should be able to pick up the books first, put in the cupboard and toys. So he is remembering two commands and he is remembering which one to do first and what does it mean. Coming to receptive language vocabulary, we are introducing adverbs now. We were doing adjectives, which are adjectives to the nouns. When we talk about the verbs, the adjectives to the verbs, they are known as adverbs. The simplest and easiest is slow and fast. So the child should be able to understand the meaning of the word slow and the word fast. Also should continue to remember over and under, which we were working in the last week. We continue that. Remember, we had the book Go Dog Go, in which the big dog is going over the bridge and the small dog is going under the bridge. So we were doing that. So we continue over and under, so he understands better. And now when we are talking about adverbs, I can think of the story of the rabbit and the tortoise, famous classical. So where the rabbit goes very fast. So you tell the story and talk about that adverb saying that the rabbit goes very fast. The rabbit ran very fast, but the tortoise walked slowly, slowly. And in the pictures, your child can see that the rabbit is ahead and the tortoise is behind. So the child can understand the meaning of the slow and fast. Then introduce it to the daily routine activities also. So suppose you are having meals together and then you tell the child, you finished the food so fast. You ate very fast. I eat slowly. I have not yet finished my food. So you are going slowly and explaining what is slow and what is fast. In your expressive language goals, the child should be able to give commands now. Not only understand command, he should be able to give simple commands, speak in proper sentences. For example, I expect the child to say, give me 2 more chocolate, give me 2 more cookies. Or the child says, you ask the child, where shall I keep your books? The child should say, put it in my bag. Put the books in my bag. Where shall I keep your toys? Keep them on the table. So the child should be able to speak in full sentences to give you commands in expressive language. Also, the child should be using over and under now because it's 2 weeks since it is going on. He may not, he may use in some words and some sentences inconsistently, that's fine. But you start expecting from the child to use even slow and fast, the child will use by the end of the week, because whole week you are working on the same vocabulary, reinforcing it. In speech, the goal for this week is curve. To stimulate curve, the child again by the end of the week might start using curve in some words which are familiar to him or her, but not all the words. What you can do is make up a story. See, to on where you can use lot of words with curve. For example, you can draw or use hand puppets or finger puppets, make up a story saying there was a child, the child's name was Kaushal. Kaushal wanted to have ice cream. His father gave him 10 rupees. Kaushal went to the market. He went to the shopkeeper and he asked the shopkeeper, "Do you have Chiku ice cream?" Kaushal liked Chiku. So Kaushal asked, Do you have Chiku ice cream?" The shopkeeper said, "Yes." "Do you want the ice cream in the cup or in the cone?" Kaushal said, "I want the ice cream in the cone, and I want Chiku ice cream in the cone." The shopkeeper put Chiku ice cream in the cone and gave to Kaushal. Kaushal started eating the ice cream. Suddenly a monkey came and tried to snatch ice cream from Kaushal. The cone fell down and Kaushal started crying. So did you notice how many words were used with curve in different position of the word? So this way the child will learn the production of curve. In R, there is can be a bombardment of R, but before that also remember that you have told the story. Now start expecting it into the daily routine conversation also. For example, you can ask your child, "Do you want cold milk or hot milk? Do you want to put chocos in the milk?" So the child has to say, "I want chocos in the milk." So that you are expecting the child to use curve. So this week book is Big Road Race. Why did we pick up this big road race? You will notice that we are reinforcing slow, fast. We are also stimulating R to reinforce curve plus R also. We are talking about the race of the car to reinforce curve. For example, this is the book, The Big Road Race. So there are 4 bears, they are going in the cars for race. So here you see they have different color cars, orange, blue and green, red. So they are colors, K. And they started the race of the car. And here, red car was very slow and was far behind, going very, very slow. But which car was going ahead? Now you see a lot of R over here. Brrr, said the orange. Vroom, said the yellow. Grrr, said the green. Roar, said the red. So there are different words with the roar, and you are getting lot of practice of the speech organs, of the tongue trilling when you are talking about the word and using a roar. Then what happens? You can see here which car goes under the bridge and which car goes over the bridge. So you're telling a story using the same. And here, so who came first? Who was very fast? And who came last? The red car. It was very, very slow. And then what happened? In the end, after they're telling more story, you say, but who won the race? The red car won the race. Hippie, hooray! So make up the story like that. Okay. You can also sing the song of row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Remember that poem we always used to sing with the children. So again, row is coming in that. Tips. So what are the tips for this week? First is that longer auditory memory, which you must have noticed when we are extending words to sentences and two sentences at a time, we are expanding the auditory memory span of the child. So expect your child to remember more and more and to remember longer and longer sentences. The next tip is put language and speech together and see that there is a synchronization between the language and speech so that it becomes more meaningful. For example, when we talked about the story of Kaushal, then again it is language, the story, comprehension, but lot of ko is coming in speech and it makes the word meaningful. Also, when you say, do you want hot milk or cold milk? And do you want chocos? You are again using the language and the speech together. What other tips I can give you? Carry over a sound in spontaneous language. So whatever sound the child can produce, start expecting it in the words the child is familiar with, the vocabulary the child knows. So if the child is not using, give 3 inputs. 3 is the maximum golden rule. So give 3 times input, 3 chances to the child to listen and produce the sound properly. Now this week you can start the toys of transportation. Earlier we were talking about animals as a category. Now we are starting a new category, that is transportation. So you talk about different toys when the child is playing with the car, the truck, the auto, the cycle, the plane, all those transport toys. So this is another category. Which transport do we use when we go to school? So you're using that category name. Do we go by truck to the school? No, we don't go by truck. We go by, how do you go to school? So depending upon the experience of your child, you talk about we go by car to the clinic, or we go by taxi to the clinic, or I take a bus to the clinic. So the child, it's cognitive development for the child to understand that truck is not used for passengers. It's basically used for lot of luggage. So if I want to take my chair to the clinic, which transport I should take? Can I take the car? Can I put it in the dicky? No, you can take a truck, you put it in the truck. And then you're going into the parts of the transport also, put in the dicky. What is dicky? Shall I put it in front? No. In the dicky is behind in the dicky. Like that, when you talk about the pictures, about the toys, you are introducing a lot of new vocabulary of another category and also expecting the child to use whatever your goals were last week and even this week to continue. Make props, use lot of hand puppets, finger puppets. In our website, when you download the resource, you will find there is something called what is it? Trash supporting material section. So there is some activities are given there. How do you make props and the cards, which can help you also. Like this, you must have understood. Now this week, our theme of the week is transportation. Okay, thank you. Let me know what helped you. Let me know if you have any questions and put it in comments so that I can answer all your questions. See you next week. Thank you.